So anyway, we're about to begin the Billy Shears Show again. We're starting a new season. We're back on the air. We've been off for quite a few years. And I'm very happy to introduce Monica, the future president of Ecuador. Monica, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I want to change the world. That's my main thing.
She wants to change the world.
How?
This is incredible.
How?
How do you want to change the world?
I want to get the poor people, people who are poor, to have some kind of knowledge, money, so they won't live in the streets anymore. And then have people who are pregnant my age go to school, know how to prevent pregnancy, and getting them out of the streets.
That's fantastic. Let me shake your hand. Now, let's cut the subject for 1 second and see how we're going to change your hairstyle. Because that's what we're here for right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, first of all, you want to remove your earrings. I think they're going to get in the way. This is the shot that teaches you how to care for your hair. Little tidbits about hairstyling. And our model here has a lot of curls. She's thinking about doing some highlights, right? That's what we discussed? What kind of highlights did you want to do?
You said caramel?
Caramel?
Yeah.
Well, caramel highlights.
Or, I don't know, something that's going to look good with my skin tone.
No, I think that would be fantastic. And then with the cut, what were you looking at?
Oh, just cut in the ends because I feel like, you see the bottom, it's dry.
You want to leave it long?
No, but the thing is, yeah, I also need to cut the ends. You see how, like, the
Okay,
split
no
ends?
problem. I'm going to give it a little trim.
Split ends.
Stay tuned for a great episode of the Billy Shears Show. Back on the air after such a long silence. And the reason I came back on the air is because television is so bad, people don't know what to watch on TV anymore. My mother's at home every night and she says there's nothing to watch on TV. It's terrible. So I figured, why not? I join everyone else. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, cameraman. Take all the action stuff, shots. Try not to shut anything off. Here, I'll put this on. I'm going to mix some powder bleach. And you need to comb your hair out.
Oh my god, we need to wet it first because then it's going to be a mess.
No, because we are going to wet it later on.
Okay.
So you need to comb it out. Have a seat right here.
It's going to hurt.
It's going to hurt you, not me.
I know.
Is this feasible?
I guess.
I'll give you something else.
Oh.
You know, the show's only 28 minutes, so we got to work a little fast. And we got to try to get everything done before the show ends, because we want people that are tuning in, they want to see the finished product. Want to see how we transform Monica.
From looking gorgeous to beautiful.
Exactly. Take the words right out of my mouth. And she's a great model. You know why? She holds a good conversation. She's got a lot to say.
Oh my god, I just put my eye.
Just keep talking. We want no dead space in this video. Just keep talking. Tell us more about yourself.
Well,
how about being the president of Ecuador? How did that come about?
oh yeah, I watched the movie on Lifetime. Oh my god, that is the place to watch on movies. Have you ever tried to look movies?
Are you calmed down yet? Are you calmed down yet?
Have a move? Am I hoop combed out?
Yeah, is your hair calmed down? Because I'm almost ready for you.
Yeah, I'm almost done too. Make sure it's not. Yeah, and I saw the movie.
All right, the movie. What was it about?
It was about this woman who lived in America. Well, who lives still. This movie probably took place a couple of years ago, probably 3-6 years ago. And the lady went for a vacation with this guy to the Galapagos Island. And then on the way back, she got, what was the word you used before? Smuggled?
Framed.
Framed. And somebody put drugs in her bag.
Oh yeah, right.
So then when the police came, they told her that they sent her to jail. But the way the jail system works there is slow. So you won't get a court date. Probably you can be in prison for 5 years and you still won't get a court date. So you're just stuck there doing nothing. And the people that live there, oh my god, it's just terrible. Kids are also in there too. Women, and then the guys' prison is separate, and then the girls get to visit the guys like once every week or something. It is terrible. And then I saw that.
So you want to change the whole country?
Yeah. And then also poverty is a very, very big thing. Oh my god, also pollution and a lot of garbage.
Who's the president of Ecuador now?
I think Correa or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Correa, yeah. But Mara says it's a little bit better, so now there's
Is it a
not
guy or
much.
a girl?
It's a guy.
Uh-huh.
So now there's not.
Did they ever have a female president?
No, so I'll be the first female.
Wow. What I was saying is that sometimes the hair takes very quickly, and sometimes it doesn't.
Okay.
Sometimes the hair, you want to stay in a caramel stage.
Yeah, so.
Sometimes the hair could turn a little orange. You don't want that.
No.
And
Please don't. I will cry.
no, you will not cry. Not if I'm in charge here. Okay, let me get a clip. To get the perfect shade. You said you might have some color on the ends.
Yes. Do you see? You can see it. You can see it, right? Look. Put it into the light and you see the.
Yeah, no, I see. But I'm not going to worry about that right now. And the hair's getting a little fine over here. Okay. So when was the last time you were back home in Ecuador?
I go every year after I graduate.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. So like, now I'm gonna go this summer.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Just because.
It must be beautiful there, no?
Yeah, I live in the city, just like I live here.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
And how's the beach?
I mean, the beach is not like Florida beach. I don't know.
Okay, you're coming up quickly now. You're coming up very quickly, which is a good sign. Now we have to make sure we don't. Here's the problem now. You don't want it too. You don't want to. It's a gamble now. Okay. If you leave it on too long, it might go into an orange stage.
No, please.
If you take it off too quickly, you may not see it.
Okay. What's the perfect time?
And then it may come up to a blonde. Now we discussed blonde too, a dark blonde on you.
Wait, how are these highlights?
What's that?
How is this hair highlight?
What do you mean?
Like, how do you pick the hair to look like a highlight?
Well, exactly what I'm doing. I'm putting foils on it.
But then
We put bleach on it, and the bleach lifts it. It comes up in stages.
But then my whole hair is not bleached, right? Like, my whole hair is not colored.
No. Let me see. Could you see it now?
Me or?
Could you see how it's getting lighter? It looks very nice that it's coming up. Let me see the next one. That's not bad too. It looks like it's coming up pretty even. You're watching the Billy Shears Show. We've been off the air for a long time. We're trying to make a comeback here. People have been asking me to do the show again. People stop me on the streets, and they remember me from the show. And it's been quite a few years now. Hopefully, we'll be able to add a show on a number of public access channels throughout Lower Westchester.
I like to watch TLC.
And we'll probably get it on YouTube, so it will be worldwide. We've had our shows on YouTube in the past. Right now, our guest, our model, Monica, from Ecuador, charming young woman, very talkative. She has a lot to say. Beautiful. Yep.
Should I look at it when it's done?
No, you don't have to look at anything right now.
Aw.
You don't have to.
I have patience.
Okay, that next one is not done yet, but it's going to be done shortly. Okay, you could drop. You could try to look if you want. If you wanted the model to talk in Spanish, you can't get a shot of her face. She could still speak, cameraman.
Okay. For the
So say
Spanish-speaking
something
viewers.
in Spanish. They know you're underneath there. Tell them they're watching the Billy Shears Show, the King of Public Access TV. Self-proclaimed, undisputed.
Ustedes están viendo en el show de Billy Shears para hacerse el cabello más bonito.
Thank you. And we're in Pelham, New York.
Sí.
We're in the village of Pelham on 5th Avenue. We're broadcasting a public access TV show for the knowledge to teach people little tidbits about their hair. Say that in Spanish. Drop that. You don't need that anymore. You're supposed to translate what I just said.
I don't remember what you said.
Oh my God, you're not even listening to me.
Yes, I was, but then, okay, I'll just make up what you said.
People,
personas.
We're in the village of Pelham.
Estamos en la ciudad de Pelham.
And we're on 5th Avenue on the Main Street.
En la Quinta Avenida.
We're videotaping a show to teach people.
Estamos haciendo un video para enseñarle a las
about their hair,
personas
little tidbits on hair
cabello.
care, how to look better, how to look beautiful,
cómo se ve más
proper
bonita.
hygiene.
No sé qué significa eso.
Okay, and the show is going to be airing on public access TV shows,
Y este show
public
va a estar,
access stations in Lower Westchester,
este show va a ser para las
and
personas
hopefully
que
on
viven aquí.
YouTube too.
Y también en YouTube, que es un lugar donde se pueden coger todos los videos. Y si ustedes quieren saber más, pueden venir aquí, hablar con él personalmente.
Did I say that much?
No, señor.
And Billy Shears is no stranger to the public airways. He's been doing the show for over 20 years now, although he hasn't been on for quite a few years. Say that.
Todas las personas lo conocen a él, pero él dejó de hacer el show hace un poco años, 6, 7 años, no me acuerdo, no sé tan bien. Y estamos haciendo esto por la primera vez en un poco de años.
And we think we have a very attractive model on here this evening.
Y pensamos que tenemos una modelo muy atractiva, como yo.
Thank you. So, what else you want to discuss? How about the beaches over here in comparison to
Ecuador?
Ecuador, like Jones Beach? What do you think? What's the difference?
I've never been to Jones Beach, actually.
You haven't?
No.
That's terrible.
No, it's not.
Why not?
I don't like the beach, remember?
Oh.
No me gusta la playa. No me
You
gusta.
look like a beach girl, though.
No, no. A mí me gusta lo frío. I like the winter.
Yeah.
When it was snowing, I started crying. I haven't
'cause
seen
you're so
snow in
happy?
forever. Yes. And I was having a terrible day, too. Last week. It was last week.
You're watching the Billy Shears Show. We've been off the air for a long time. We're trying to make a comeback.
Yeah.
Smile, Billy. Come on, Billy. Smile. That medicine here?
What's the front do? All right, stop touching it for a second. What a natural. What a natural story. No, in front of that sign. Picture.
Because right now, looking for the caller 1-800
Hold on a second.
7111 is going to win a pair of tickets to see Sir Elton John in concert Tuesday, December 3rd at
The camera loves
Madison
you.
Square Garden. You want to be there? Well, pick up the phone. Call me now, 800-3671-101.
Every time I think of you, I always catch my breath, and I'm still standing here, and you're miles away, and I wonder why you left. And there's a storm that's raging.
Some color clients that actually would get their hair colored every 2 weeks, which is kind of insane. But, I mean, I guess you can't blame them in a way. Myself, I never put color in my hair. I don't have any real, I have a couple little grays on the side, and that's about it. My dad died 79 years old with the same color hair as me. So, yet my brother went very gray. He's about a year or two older than me. I guess he took after mom more. And that's my family history with gray hair. But anyway, application is very important. I take very thin sections. A mistake that people do at home, maybe you want to hold this for a second? This way you look a little more productive. What people do at home, which is very, and usually I tell the customer to shut their eyes while I'm doing this, especially around the hairline. What people do at home, which is a big mistake, is they run this color through their whole head. Or they miss spots. And it's not what you're supposed to do, because you're just applying too much color and you're massacring your hair by doing that. And there's no way you could really do this at home on your own and do a perfect touch-up. And then now we're working with the dark colors. The dark colors are terrible to work with. They're very, very sloppy. They really, they make a real mess. The dark colors. Now, a color guard around the hairline that'll keep it off the skin. But my biggest problem right now is we're doing a show, and I don't want to take off her makeup, and so I got all these other issues going on right now. You know, I'm trying to produce a good show, and it's just too much. It's overwhelming. Okay, but anyway, we're moving along, and as we're putting this color on her Julissa is waiting patiently in the other styling chair, and her hair is wet because she's getting a demi. So the demi we put on towel dried hair, and like I said before, all we're doing is we're going to cover up her highlights and take her back close to her natural color. You're tuning into the Billy Shears Show. This is the revival of the Billy Shears Show. I'm back after a long recess. I can't remember when the last show aired. Perhaps it was 7 or 8 years ago. I tried to make a comeback a couple of times, but it really burns you out being on TV. It's not an easy thing. And as I explained to the ladies before, it's not that I have any help here. I don't have a director. I don't have nobody's writing scripts for me. I don't have a teleprompter. I'm just ad-libbing everything. And I have to set my own, get the whole set together on my own. I've had problems with the cameraman. Sometimes I think he's brain dead. Anyway, they make gods out of them. They do that to me too. And of course I accept it. Who doesn't want to be a god or a guru or a mentor? We talked about this before in the introduction, didn't we? All right. So we're moving along here. The tedious thing about this color is when she has, could you back off a little bit, cameraman? Because I need room to move. Thank you. And that's another thing. You always need, for your young kids that are going into the business, you'll see when you're doing blowouts and stuff like that. You don't want to stand too close to the customer. You need room, elbow room, okay? But my other statement, what I was saying is that since it's light and dark, you need to be very thorough with this. Otherwise, backdrop. You know, there's so many different things, and you don't realize it when you're shooting a video, and then you go back into the studio, and you see the mistakes, and you know, there's no hiding some things. So, but as you continue and you keep on doing it, you learn and you get better and better. Now, like Rosalind, always thinking of Roswell, New Mexico. Do you know that whole story about Roswell? Are you familiar with it?
Oh, part of it, yeah. I'm familiar with it.
Well, what's your feeling on UFOs and all?
I feel like they do exist.
What's that?
I feel like they do exist.
Do you believe it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw something on the computer the other day about that they just discovered that there's millions of millions of solar systems with suns, and there's so much potential of so many different Earths.
I don't feel like we're the only planet. I mean, why are we so special to be the only planet?
Yeah. But I saw this just on the news. They just found this out the other day. I saw it on the computer. Yeah. How about that movement that's going on right now about sending people to Mars, and they're looking for 2 people to go up there? You know about that?
Oh, no, I don't know.
No? I don't know
I'll
about
go.
that. What's that?
I'll volunteer.
You'll go?
Yeah.
Will you go with me?
Yeah, why not?
Wow. I'm in. Well, I think they're going to go and I think they're going to go in like 10 years, I think it is.
I feel like they have to start looking for other options because I don't think Earth is going to last.
You don't think so?
Like, I mean, I don't know.
Well, you're going to let a lot of people down here now instead of making a statement like that. You got to watch what you say here. She doesn't think Earth is going to... The color looks nice, right? Yep, so somebody cut a point back here. I don't know what they did. I have never seen a haircut like this. Never. They left like a point. You probably asked them for the point. Did you ask them for the point? Tell me.
I don't know.
Be honest.
No, I don't know what point you're talking about.
There's like a weird point in the back of your head.
Why?
Well, they missed the spot.
I have poofy hair in your whole
Did they go out for a cigarette in the middle of the cut? You can never trust a hairdresser. Believe me when I tell you. You cannot trust them. You never know what they're doing, what they're up to. Okay, stand behind her, please. Rosalind, you're the only one here. Yeah.
I thought
stand
you might have
behind
been
her.
me.
Yeah. 2 hands. You said you wanted to be an assistant, right? Stand behind her. 2 hands. Bob, I'm going to step on your foot in a minute. You're tuning into the Billy Shears Show, the revival. I'm back on the air. We missed you guys. Great to come into your living rooms, be part of your family. So rewarding. The best thing about having your own TV show is having your own TV show. It's very rewarding. There's like a little ego thing involved with this. Thumbs up. Okay, we're moving right along here. Like I said, another reason you got to watch out for this color, the dark colors, because it stains. It's a mess. Stains the skin, and if you get it in your house, I usually do my colors in the back of my salon. We're in the front right now, all due to the production of this show. A little tight back there, and but I usually do it in the back there because I'm on tile. In the front here we have wood, so now you could shoot the floor, Mr. Cameraman. We have wood here, and if we drop any color on the wood, it stains. There's no taking it out. Then I got to sand the floors. So if I drop it on the tile, it's no problem. It wipes right up. But you people that are doing it at home, in your kitchen, in your bathroom, you're lunatics. And I'm sure the other family members feel the same. There's so many different aspects about people doing their hair at home. I have one client of mine, a male client, cutting his hair for years, and he has a tendency to habitually, maybe a week or 2 before he comes back for his next haircut, or even maybe sometimes even after the haircut, to go home and cut it himself. And I just don't understand what's wrong with this person. I hope he's tuning in right now. He's probably laughing and crying laughing, because every time he comes in and I tell him about it, he thinks it's a big joke.